In 1948, the world was just beginning to recover from World War II. Aviation was booming. Old military aircraft were being converted into passenger planes, and new routes were connecting continents. People believed in progress and thought the ocean was no longer an obstacle. But that same year, one journey became legend. The British aircraft Avro Tudor 4-star Tiger set out on a routine flight, one that never reached its destination. Star Tiger belonged to British South American Airways. It was a large 4-engine airliner capable of carrying over 40 passengers. Its route stretched from Lisbon to the Bermuda Islands, with a stopover in the Azores. On board this time were 25 passengers and 6 crew members. Among them were businessmen, retired military officers, and diplomats. For most, it was supposed to be just another routine journey across the Atlantic. January 31st, 1948. The weather over the Azores was cold and windy. Strong gusts mixed with low clouds, and the temperature hovered just above freezing. The pilot of the aircraft, Captain Brian McMillan, was an experienced aviator and a former military man. His face showed no emotion, but he knew perfectly well a night flight over the ocean at such an altitude would be challenging. At 3:34 p.m. local time, Star Tiger took to the air. Its route stretched over 2,000 kilometers. Due to strong headwinds, the crew decided to fly at a low altitude, just around 600 meters above the ocean. This helped avoid the most powerful air currents, but introduced other risks: turbulence, increased strain on the engines, and the danger of colliding with the waves in case of any miscalculation. In the cabin, there was a quiet, almost calm atmosphere. Passengers sat in soft seats, a few trying to doze off, others engaged in quiet conversation. Everything felt routine. Through the windows, the endless Atlantic Ocean stretched out below. Lightning flashed in the distance, but the plane flew steadily. Everyone believed that in just a few hours, they would see the lights of Bermuda. The crew maintained regular contact with air traffic control. At 3 a.m., a message came through: "All is well. On course. Expect to arrive around 5 o'clock." These words raised no concern. Everyone took them as confirmation that the flight was proceeding normally. But at 4:04 a.m., the final message from the crew was received: "We should be near Bermuda in about an hour." After that, the radio went silent. The expected arrival time passed, but no lights from the aircraft appeared over the Bermuda Islands. Controllers tried to contact Star Tiger again and again, but the airwaves remained silent. It seemed that the aircraft, which just minutes earlier had been confidently flying over the ocean, had simply vanished from the sky. Immediately after contact was lost, Coast Guard aircraft took to the skies. They flew along Star Tiger's route, scanning the darkness intently. Pilots described how the waves below looked black and bottomless, and how distant lightning briefly illuminated the ocean's surface. But there was no trace on the water. No wreckage, no fuel slicks, no signal lights. Over the following days, dozens of aircraft and ships from the United States and the United Kingdom joined the search. Hundreds of people spent sleepless hours scanning the ocean. Ships formed search formations and combed the area grid by grid, while planes flew low, peering into the waves. Each new day brought only silence and disappointment. What puzzled investigators the most was that after a plane crashes into the ocean, debris always remains: seats, wing parts, floating objects, fuel slicks. But here, nothing was found. This gave rise to the feeling that Star Tiger hadn't crashed into the sea at all. It had simply vanished into thin air. For the media, this became a true sensation. The investigation by British and American experts lasted for months. Theory 1, weather-related. The plane was flying very low, and any gust of wind could have pushed it into the water. Theory 2, technical issues. The Avro Tudor had a questionable reputation. Its engines often failed. Perhaps the failure of several engines at once made the crash inevitable. Theory 3, human error. The pilots were flying at night in difficult conditions. Fatigue might have played a role. Theory 4, sudden catastrophic structural failure. The aircraft was relatively new, but design weaknesses could have surfaced. Yet none of these explanations answered the key question: why didn't the crew manage to send an SOS signal? Let's imagine the cockpit of Star Tiger. The instruments glow with a dim light. The pilots strain to hold their course, battling strong crosswinds. Passengers in the cabin are possibly asleep or chatting, unaware that the ocean is just a few hundred meters below. If the plane encountered a powerful downdraft, the impact with the waves could have happened instantly. This would explain the absence of a distress signal. The crew simply didn't have time to react. Newspapers in the UK and the USA ran sensational headlines. Star Tiger vanishes into thin air. Mystery of the Atlantic. Another ocean curse. Journalists savored the details: high-profile passengers, lack of any debris, the sudden silence from the crew. People were horrified. How could a plane with 30 people simply disappear? Official explanations didn't convince many. Alternative theories spread through society. The Bermuda Triangle claimed the plane. Passengers fell victim to a mysterious atmospheric anomaly. Some even spoke of alien intervention or secret military experiments. And though these theories sounded fantastic, they are the ones that created the aura of mystery around the disappearance of Star Tiger, an aura that still lives on today. The investigation officially concluded with the statement, "The cause of the disaster is unknown." But this phrase brought no comfort to the families of the victims and only fueled further interest in the story. Things became even more mysterious a year later when another plane from the same airline, the Star Ariel, disappeared. Two planes of the same model, two similar flight paths, two equally baffling losses. This turned Star Tiger into a symbol of 20th century aviation mysteries.